Sorry, y'all, my little lash, it's just, I promise you I got glue on it. It's just acting retarded. I might end up taking it off and put it back on. That's what I'm thinking about to do. Because I don't got time. You feel me? Now I want to look all crazy. Cray. So anyway, welcome to my channel. Oh my God. Since you walked in, I see you over there. Go ahead and tap that like button for me. Go ahead and tap that like. Around here, we live by the golden rule, okay? So we treat others the way we want to be treated. So go ahead and share. Share because you care. You understand what I'm saying? I need you to call me. I need to hear from you. Go ahead and hit up that chat so we could go ahead and comment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and comment for me. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to talk, okay? We got a lot to talk about. I love having you here, and you love it here too. So go ahead and subscribe to your girl, Eunique. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. Let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and subscribe for me. If this is your first time on my channel, hey friend. Just let me know in the chat. Welcome. I have a personal gift for you. Yes, that's right. You heard me correct. For you. Thank you for watching. Welcome to my channel. You here with LadyyEunique, your sister in Christ. So this is why I'm created this channel, so that I can share my stories and my journey, my testimonies that God have done in my life and share and want me to share with you all. I wanted to thank a particular YouTuber on my journey. I got saved and everything. It's a lot that I got to share with y'all. So let me just cut to the chase. Her name is LadyyEunique. I had stumbled across a video of hers, and I did not know at the time. But what you don't know is that I've been praying. I've been praying. And I asked God for accountability partner, because in my life, in this journey that I've been on, I find certain struggles and certain fights that I keep finding myself fighting. I think I'm strong enough to fight, and then every time I try, I'm back in certain situations, and I'd be like, what in the world? And God showed me that I don't have any spiritual support or a team or anything like that. So I prayed and I asked God. And y'all, God is so good. The thing I've been battling with, I've been praying too. This was like a consistent prayer, but praying for a partner, a accountability partner, was something totally different. So I had been watching her for a little while, but this one particular prayer that I prayed, her video came up, and it was on my prayer. And I was just like, okay, God, you must be speaking to me. So the name of that video is called God Told Me to Stop Having Sex. And I know y'all probably like, what in the world is she talking about? Trust me, we got some videos down the line that for all this information that I'm getting ready to drop on y'all, okay? But right now, yeah, so this is how I came about, and her. And so I just wanted to thank her, and I wanted to share her, share her with you all. She has been a huge blessing to me in my life, and I wanted to give back. I wanted to share that with you all. This is not a paid sponsorship. She doesn't even know that I'm doing this. because I'm the type of person, I like to give back. I like to thank people because I know you didn't have to do anything for me, or you didn't have to, and I don't take people for granted. So she doesn't know about this. So if you all can go and let her know that LaddyEunique sent you to her channel, subscribe. And she also has a cash app. It's Lala Jenkins, I believe. It might be Lala_Jenkins, but what I'll do is I'll have it somewhere right here, over here, somewhere on the screen. I'll have it, so you will donate. If you ever, if you know of her, you can donate. If you don't know of her and you like she's given, then that would be a good way to show that you like it, and that you want her to continue to do what she's doing. Of course, she's gonna do it regardless. So this is not about, like, she's not one of them people that is out for money or anything like that. Like I said, she don't even know that I'm doing this, but like I said, I wanted to send that love that way as well. She's a delight. She's a delight. She's graceful. She is she's wonderful. Like I said, I'm grateful and I'm thankful for her. Now, y'all, it's time for what God has called this moment on this show. He called it humble and transparent. And if you don't know what that means, that's a hat, HAT. And with hats, they cover, so we got to take our hats off. And this is where we get bare. We let it all out. And I'm here to just be obedient. I really, Lord. So, I am a mother of 6. As you can tell, you hear my babies in the background. And Lord. This is a struggle for me, y'all, because all right, Lord, I'm be obedient. So, all right. Basically, I'm a mother of 6. I was receiving money from the state. I had a truck. Because I had this truck and the money that I was getting from the state and everything, it was not enough money to make ends meet. So what I ended up doing was I picked up a job to try to help with the bills and everything, right? So in the process, my children had got sick. And this is fairly new, y'all. Like, I can't believe I'm actually sharing this. They got sick, so I had to take some days off of work. And due to me taking some days off of work, it ended up being more time than I anticipated. So I ended up losing my truck. And then I ended up losing my job. And then I ended up losing the money that I was getting from the state as well. And so it's like, I feel like everything that has happened, it happened all around the same time. Like back to back. humble and transparent. So, if you like to donate, you like to give, there are many ways that you can do that. You do not have to give money. Okay? You do not have to give money. But if you feel led to give money, you can give to my Cash App, which is, you can give comment. You can comment of encouragement. You can pray with me, pray for me, my family. You can share my YouTube, and you can donate. However you feel led, allow God to use you. Today, as you can see by our title, I'm going to be talking about how God allowed me to be abused. So, keep watching. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So, I'm going to start from the beginning. When I was a baby, my mom had gave birth to me, and she gave birth to me, and then I believe about 3 months later, she ended up, her and my dad had got into a argument. At the time, I had an older brother. He was about 5 around this time, and he wanted to hold me. He wanted to take me up some steps. And they were hardwood floor steps. And if anybody knows what hardwood floor steps are like, and you have socks on, it is definitely slippery, right? Right. So, now my older brother is not my father's child. So, if you like, well, how did all this come about? So let me just, so I had to throw that out there first. So, my dad told my mom that he couldn't do it. That he didn't want him to take me up the steps. My mom thought that my dad just didn't want my brother to hold me. Maybe because he was not his son. Maybe that's what my mom was thinking. Who knows what she was thinking, to be honest. I don't know. So, my mom and my dad end up getting into it. And when they get into it, my dad, my mom grabs me from my dad and runs upstairs and locks the door. And my dad heard me screaming. So my dad goes upstairs and tries to open the door. The door's locked. And he kicked down the door, and he seen me on fire. My mother had just lit me on fire. Did you hear what I just said? That was the first moment that I should have been dead, and I'm still here. There's 4 more moments in my life. We're gonna get into it. We got a lot to bring up, baby. So go ahead and subscribe with your girl so you can hear all about the mess. I mean, you can hear all about, what's going on. So anyway, she lit me on fire. My dad grabs me. My mom kept trying to get me from my dad. And so my dad takes me outside. It was cold. I was born in November, so it was cold outside. And she told the guys that my dad was doing something, and he was running from the guys. It was a lot of them. It was probably like 3 of them. And then he ended up showing them what happened to me and what my mother did. And they wrapped the shirt up buy me in a shirt, and they drove my dad and me to a hospital. And then because at that time my dad was on drugs, they ended up getting custody. I ended up going to the state, and this is where I ended up meeting my adopted parents at the time. And wow, what a wonderful, they were wonderful. They went to church every single day. I think it was like 2 days out the week they didn't go to church, so they went to church every single day. And I feel like, I didn't understand this then, but that was a moment that God showed me that he was with me the whole time. But it's funny because I was angry. I was mad. I was so mad. I was so angry. I hated my mother. I hated my mother for what she did to me. And I mean, I know a lot of y'all probably like, I would too. But like, and trust me, I when I tell people, they say the same. They man, like, I don't know, like, your mother did that to you. Your mother, you know what I'm saying? I got the marks to prove it. But for a long time, I was angry. And I remember she did ask me when I was a teenager. She asked me, did I forgive her? I told her, yeah, because, what child wouldn't forgive their parents? First of all, I was a kid. I was a baby. Now, she did some other things to me that I could tell y'all, and I could see it as if it happened right now. But I forgive you for that. I forgave my mother, but not then. Now when she asked me, I told her yeah, because it was when you asking a child a question that they really don't know really what you're asking, of course they're gonna say yeah, it's the right thing to say. You know what I mean? But it wasn't until I got older and I had kids of my own, and that's when I realized just how easy, or you really never know what your parents go through. And it's easy because to be mad at them and not to forgive them, because they brought you here, and they supposed to protect you, and they supposed to love you, and they supposed to give you this. They supposed to yes, but they're human too, just like me and you. And that's what God showed me. He showed me that my mother is human. You know, I mean, she's human, and she has flaws. She's not perfect. And all of the things that I did not get from my mother, I could get from God, which I did. And so one day I had a moment that I shared with my mom that I didn't know that she even had, because I really wasn't familiar with what my mother actually dealt with or deal with. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's something that's in the family. And so I had a moment, and when I realized, it was like God was showing me, like, this is what my mother has been dealing with. And when I realized that, I immediately, once I got myself to a place where, like, I was stable for myself, the next step was to go to my mother and forgive her. And that's what I did. I went to my mom with my children at the time, and I looked her in her face and I told her I forgive her. And she was like, well, Eunique, you already said that you forgive me. And I said, no. You asked me when I was a kid. I didn't understand. But I know this is me as an adult, a woman who came into, her own being. And I'm saying it because I need you to know and understand that this is real. I'm not telling you I forgot. When I told you I forgave you, that was just something I was doing because, like I said, because it was the right thing to do. But I really didn't think about none. Like, when she asked me that, it was, I never, all up until that moment when she had asked me, I hated my mother. So when she asked me, I told her yes because it was the right thing to do. But how I felt on the inside, it was like, hell no. Sorry, I don't mean to cuss, this is supposed to be a spiritual channel. So I was like, nah. The way I'm feeling and what I know she did to me and all that, like, I never really, to be honest with y'all, I never really took the time to really think about what I went through. Because it was so, I went through, like, when I say God let me go through abuse, I've been abused my whole entire life. I'm 34 years old. And when I say all the way up until about 34 years old, I'm telling you, I've been abused my whole life. I'm at the point in my life where it ends. It ends today. It ends. So that's where I was, that's where I was at. And so once I got to a place where I was able to forgive my mom, it was a weight that lifted up off my shoulders. And I felt like I was set free of being exactly like my mom. Because I feel like if I never forgave her, I would have been walking right in the same shoes she was walking in, or she walking in now. And so I thank God. I thank God for that moment. And I'm here to tell any of you, if you have parents or, grandparents or anybody who was a guardian or even significant other who ever abused you, I'm not here to say that what they did was right. By any means, it's definitely not right. But how many people have you done wrong? As a matter of fact, God showed me this. There are people that I've done wrong that I don't know I've done them wrong. Because according to me, I don't think what I do is wrong. And that could even be fairly right. But if you offend someone, you're supposed to make it right with that person. And it's in the Bible, it says that. So just like that, I'm sure if you offended someone, you're in need of their forgiveness, if that makes sense. Now, sometimes in life, you don't really get the opportunity to either give them forgiveness or ask them for forgiveness. Sometimes it's just like that. But I'm like I said, I'm here to just share and get you all to see, like, from my perspective and my experience, because a lot of people couldn't do what I did. A lot of people couldn't go to their mother, the one that gave birth to them, after they'd been abused. I mean, time and time again. There's so many stories I could tell you about the things that she did to me that I don't even got the time to get into it. But at the same time, this ain't about bashing my mom. This ain't about, talking down on anybody. At the end of the day, we all make mistakes. We are all not perfect. We all have things that we're battling, we're struggling with. And it's just taking a moment to understand what a person is going through and to forgive them, to forgive them for yourself, so you can move on and move forward. Now, it can be with that person, or it can be without that person. You don't need to hear an apology from that person for you to move forward, for you to forgive that person. You don't need to do that. All you need to do is let them off the hook. Let them go. And whether you notice or not, it takes a strong person to forgive somebody. So don't look at it like you being weak or you're a punk or, Nah, they gonna take advantage of me, or I'm just letting people get over on me. You're not letting them get over on you because you got the upper hand, because you know what's up. You know what they're dealing with. You know what's going on. So if you know what's going on, why would you not forgive them? That's a question you gotta think about. Why would you not forgive them? If you know that somebody is struggling with something, for instance, I'll use kids as an example. If I know that my daughter, she do something, let's say, like, she, I don't know, I can't even think of no example, but a kid do something. Whatever you think they did, just name it. Whatever a kid would do that would make you, that they would do that would make you mad. Like, throw your stuff out your purse, or mess up your shoes, or I don't know. They do something. Like, as kids do. There's so many things you could name. It's like, child. So anyway, they do something wrong. You're not gonna forget your child. You're not gonna forget your child for the thing that they did, or you want to understand and know that they're a child. So let me help them think better. Let me help them give a better mindset of how they moving, because the way they thinking about what they doing is not right. Or, suggest certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends on what the situation is. But if you know, you can better attack the situation at a different angle, opposed to, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, I don't forget them, they da. You know how we do, trust me, child, it took me a minute to get to that place, and now I'm able to forgive everybody. And let me tell you the main reason why, because the word tells us that if we don't forgive others, God won't forgive us. And honey, if God don't forgive you, you think you walking in them gates? You think you going to heaven? You think you going to be with him? Get away from me, you worker of iniquity. I never knew you. I don't want to hear the words. I want to hear, well done, my good and faithful servant. Well done. That's what I want to hear. And a part of hearing that is forgiving people. Forgive them. Let them go. Just let it go. It's not that deep. And if you come into a situation where you feel like you can't let them go, that's the time where you go to God. You pray. You give that situation to God. You let him handle it. You let him, iron that out for you. And while you're doing that, you pray for that person. I know it sounds crazy, but pray for them. The Bible tells us to keep our enemies closer. And that makes sense. Think about it. I mean, most people would think, why would I want to keep somebody that is an enemy close to me? So you can see and know what they may be plotting on you, to be able to have fair game, or you can possibly win them over. Okay? So, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot. But I just wanted to share. And the reason why I say that, I feel like I said that God allowed me to be abused, because I used to wrestle, like I said, with why. Like, why me? Why I had to go through this? Or why would my mother do this to me? Why my mother couldn't be this? Why my father couldn't be this? Why me? And he showed me Jesus. He showed me, and I'm not saying I'm Jesus. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he showed me that Jesus had a purpose. So when he came here, he was going to be beaten, broken, and bruised for our sins of the world, and that was his purpose. Key word, purpose. That was Jesus. God created Jesus for that purpose, right? So if God created Jesus, excuse me, for that purpose, then that means that what I went through was for a purpose. Meaning, if it was for a purpose, that means that God allowed it. And if he allowed it, then it had to be for a reason. And if it's for a reason, then what is that reason for? I'm glad that you asked me. So, what I believe and I discovered was that I've been abused my whole entire life. And I'm at the point in my life where I'm on the other side of it. Meaning I'm at the end of the tunnel. I see the light of the tunnel. And then I turn around and I look back. And I see so many women or men who've been in the same predicament as I. And how dare I sit here in his glory and not go back and help other people who've been in the same situation, if not similar to what I've experienced in my life. And to let them know, to be a reminder, because I didn't have that. I didn't have anyone that was telling me it's going to be okay and, you know, there to stop the abuse that I was going through. That was not my story, baby. Okay? I had to endure that thing. But I'm on the other side now. And I thank God every day. Every single day. I don't want to get to crying, y'all. Whew. Y'all just don't understand. But I thank God every single day for another day, for another breath. Thank God to survived it. Do you hit me? I survived. And ain't no way I'm going to stand here and not help nobody else. I would be selfish, greedy. And I don't think God would be pleased with me not going back to help other people. That's not how God operates. So that's the reason that I've created this YouTube channel. Because God has given me so much that I can pour out and I can give to other people. And right now I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom. So I really can't get out as much and go and speak like I would like. So this is the first step that God has me doing. It's coming here to share, to pour out, to give, to lay it all out on the line. That's my time. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. God loves you. Be good and do good.